Good morning, everyone. How are ya? I don't think... No, you can't see this at all. Let me back you up. Back it up. Angle it. I don't know. I've been standing here at the bar getting the heat on my back, as you know. The angle isn't that great, but it is what it is. And so, anyway, I hope you're all doing good this morning. Hope you're having a great morning. I'm a little late. It's 7:17. Just so you all know, 7:17 a.m. Happy Friday, you guys. Happy Friday. I'm a little late to get on here this morning because I just got I got the 4 chairs that I'm working on, and I got the table legs and the face of the table all sanded down so that they can get a 3rd coat of urethane today after I'm done work. So I'm excited about that. The tabletop I'm still working on. I haven't gotten to the urethane in phase yet. But the legs and the face and all of the chairs have received 2 coats of urethane, and now they're all sanded down, waiting for the 3rd coat of urethane. So that means just 1 more coat after that, and I can coat the cushions. I can beeswax the cushions. So somebody asked me, they wanted to know if I stained those cushions myself. Yes, I did. The original fabric is a few videos back. You don't have to listen to the video, but you can go back, and I'm pretty sure what you see for the video will show you a chair that is wood, and it has the pattern of the red and the green stripes on a very yellow stained up cushion. So yes, I did. And I've had a couple of questions about how I did that. So I'm going to tell you guys how I did that. And then I've also had comments that you guys like doing projects like that too. So, oh gosh, share it with me. Like, tell me about your projects and what you're doing. I don't know if you can put pictures in the comments, but if you can, that would be cool. Because I just love this stuff. And honestly, the only other person in my life that really gets excited about this kind of stuff is my sister. She does it too. And we really enjoy sharing projects with each other and just, you know, all of that stuff. So share it with me. Tell me what you're doing. So yes, I looked it up to see if I could do it and how to do it. You can YouTube anything. You can become a professional by YouTubing anything these days. So anyway, I always ask for guidance because we were at the secondhand store, and my boyfriend was like, well, these are pretty comfortable chairs and they look pretty sturdy and rugged, and they're pretty darn cheap, and you know, if you could refinish them, they'd be pretty cool, right? And I said my only question would be that the fabric, because I'll be honest, I'm not much with a sewing machine or anything like that. I can mend things, but I didn't really learn that stuff from my mom. I was out in the barn with my dad shoveling shit and patting animals. I was stuck right up my dad's butt. So all the girly stuff in my life, I've pretty much taught myself. So the reupholstering, I know you can do it with tacks and blah. But I just didn't feel comfortable in having to reupholster it. So we ran out into the truck, and I asked for guidance. Show me what I need to see first so that we can make this deal with these guys before, you know, I don't want to have to keep researching right now. So I asked for help getting the first video that would be the best for me, right? And then, of course, the universe always helps me with that when I ask. And so the first video I got was of a woman who was using her satin paint. I know this is going to sound crazy, guys. This is not chalk paint. This is regular satin finish paint. And she was mixing it equal parts paint to equal parts liquid laundry detergent. I mean, not detergent, X that out. Liquid laundry fabric softener. Now, if you have issues with scents and stuff, just get the non-scented. They have the pure and clean. So just get that. But so I watched that. Now, the reason why I chose and that's how we made our decision to go ahead and get those secondhand chairs, because they're not my taste, and Eddie knew that. He was like, "Oh, I know this is not your taste." Not only that, I've been painting this place and creating a certain feel to it for, I think, 3 years now, working on it, and it just wouldn't go with the feeling that I'm creating in my space. So once I found out that I could do it, we went ahead and we got those secondhand chairs. When I got home, I watched a whole bunch of videos on staining fabric with paint. And a lot of people use the chalk paint to do that. And some people mix water with it, and some people do water, liquid fabric softener, and paint. Everything that I watched took me back to that very first video. I chose not to do chalk paint. I chose to go with the satin paint, which I lucked out I already had. And I chose that because it was going to create a bit of a Scotch guard, right? And these are kitchen chairs. You know, we're not terribly sloppy or anything, but shit happens. And if you spill something on those cushions, you want to be able to clean it. So she explained how the satin paint mixed with the liquid fabric softener with that satin finish will help create sort of a Scotch guard. So that's what I did. I mixed 1/2 of my satin finish gray paint with 1/2 liquid fabric softener. I mixed it all together. It came out, it makes it really thick and gloopy, and then you have to really work it into your fabric. So I used a brush. I watched videos where other people used cloth. I watched videos where other people used those like scrubby cleaning pads. But for me, I used a brush, and I just used a really crappy low-grade brush because I knew that when I was done really working it in, the bristles would be ruined, right? So the cushions that I stained already had a bit of what felt like a Scotch guard on them. It was very weird material, right? It's like it had been Scotch guarded, which makes sense. Kitchen chairs are apt to have anything spilt on them. So what I did to prepare that fabric, because it did have that feeling of a Scotch guard, after I scrubbed them and let them dry, I sanded them to open up the pores and get it so that it would accept the stain. So that's what I did, you guys. I sanded those cushions because they felt Scotch guarded after I scrubbed them and got them good and clean. Scrubbed the whole chairs because they were secondhand, right? Really scrubbed the chairs. Cleared them energetically, okay? And scrubbed the heck out of them. Got them disinfected. Dried them. Sanded them. Got them all prepped. And that includes those cushions. I sanded those cushions so that the fabric would open up and be like porous to take the stain. I chose the satin paint mixed with liquid fabric softener, equal parts, because I wanted sort of a Scotch guard finish myself when I was done. And so that's how I did it, you guys. And you can YouTube it. You'll find all kinds of people doing it all kinds of ways, but that's the way that I chose. It took really easily. There's only 2 coats on there. What you do is you get it all, you really work that in and get it in every crevice and corner that you can. Get a good take and let it dry, and then you sand it with a very fine grit sandpaper. And that softens it up immediately. You'd be surprised. And then on the other video that I showed you guys not that long ago, maybe the other day, I gave it the scratch and I rubbed it so that you guys could hear what it sounds like right now before the sanding. And as soon as I'm done with my urethaning process on those chairs, I will go ahead and I will sand them really good again, and I'll wipe them all down after they're nice and sanded. That's going to make them soft. And then I'm going to take beeswax, a wax finish, and I'm going to buff that in to those cushions. And that's going to make them even softer. And I'll show you that when I get to that point. I'm just not there yet. I'm leaving it as is right now because if I accidentally make a mess, if I had dripped paint on it, say, with a wet cloth, I could have washed it right off, right? Because I left it with that satin finish. Or if I, drip some urethane on it, I could wash it right off. But you know what, you guys? I'm really proud of myself. I have not dripped anything. I have not gone over as I'm doing the lines. I've done really good. I'm so proud of myself. I've not made a mess at all. And I've actually stayed relatively clean while I do it. Usually I end up with paint on my glasses and in my hair, and I'm not even sure how that happened, and all over myself. And really, I've stayed exceptionally clean this time. Only a little tiny bit of paint on my fingers sometimes. Crazy how clean I've stayed, which I need to stay clean so that I'm not transferring paint where I don't want it. So I think I'm being helped to get this project done so that it comes out good and I don't get frustrated having to do things over again. I would say the universe has got my back on this one. So anyway, yeah, that's how I did it. So for those of you that were asking, that's how. And you can YouTube it. You can YouTube anything today. So with that big old spiel out of the way, how is everybody? I hope you're all doing great. Today is the 11th of April, and the month that we call April, on the date that we call the 11th, on the day that we call Friday. Happy Friday. In the year that we call 2025. 11's a good day, right? That's all about awakening, learning new things, fresh starts, new information coming forward, opening that crown, connecting with the divine, being in alignment with the universe. 11's a good number, so that's great energy to work with. And I've gone ahead and I've lit us our white candle again for purity and cleansing and alignment, and drawing all that is of the true white light that has our highest and greatest good for intentions only and always to us. So as I say that, the healing intentions are set for you folks as per the usual. If you so choose, breathe that in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let it integrate in through the body after you have decreed it for your highest and greatest good only and always. It's just really good to get in the habit of making your decrees, you guys. Standing in your power, being that sovereign being, making your decrees what you will and won't accept, and how you will and how you will accept it. It's just really good to do that. It's good to get in that habit. So, with all that being said and all that babbling done, do not follow any links from anyone in the comment section of either one of the channels soliciting you for anything, whether they're pretending to be me or they're pretending to be someone else. Don't do it. It's scammers. Be really careful with links in general, because links are dangerous. Danger. Make sure that you know really what, be real careful about clicking links. So I think I might need to angle you down just a little bit better here so that you can maybe, let me just play with this. So I think what I want to do today is, hey, look, that's not bad, right? So what I want to do today is start with, because I didn't do it yesterday, I want to start with the energy for today. And I want to thank all you guys for the comments. I'm still having some technical difficulties. Let's pray that this goes up easy. I got to go in from the last two videos, and I've read all of your comments, but I haven't been able to give them a heart yet. I've given some a heart, and then everything starts going wonky on me. But know that I've read all of your comments, and I appreciate the love and support, and I'm sending that right back at you every day. Yeah, so I had I had two really good comments that I really resonated with. One woman saying that she stopped listening to a tarot reader because her and her counterpart, whoever she did it with, were kind of making fun of people for sending love and light. There you go, with just phony spiritualists, right? Because love and light, kindness, just because we're kind doesn't mean we're not keeping it real. This woman said, she's gone out to all the rallies. She's been at the forefront to actually make the physical change, as well as her spiritual beliefs and sending out love. And she's actually making tinctures to help people be healthy, and has been doing that for 5 years. But see the judginess? See how there's these big old fakers? I really started actually getting disillusioned, you guys, in what was it, 2018. I went to some crystal shows because, as you all know, if you've been following me a while, I, work with crystal healing. I make jewelry. And I went to some crystal shows to sell my product. And those people were nasty. They were nasty and backbitey. It was It was a terrible energy. And, all while pretending to be, I don't know. There was some nice people. I'm not saying all of them, but the overall energy was really crappy. And I was just like, ugh, yuck. And I started only doing craft shows. And what a difference, you guys, in the energy. Like, the people at the craft shows, it was so, we all were like rooting for each other. And I don't know, it was so different. It was a loving and supportive group of creators. When you're creating, you're really touching that the divine feminine, and it's really good for us to be creative, you guys. It's super. It's like it's a form of channeling. It's so good, and you could tell with the people at the craft shows, because they're all creators too. They were in a whole different heart and mindset than the people at the crystal shows. See, I could go to the crystal shows because I sold crystals. I attune everything that I have, but I sold the crystals, and I created the jewelry made of crystals, and make everything with intention and attune it. So I could do the crystal shows, but I could also do the craft shows because I make all of these things, and the energy at the craft shows was just so much better. So the disillusionment with this, with certain phonies within that spiritual community really started hitting me in 2018, just seeing the phoniness, acting like they're all love and light, while then turning around and being kind of spiteful and hateful. And then it just got worse in 2020, obviously, when I started seeing people not walk the walk. So, yeah, thanks for sharing your story. And then there was another woman, I'm telling you, when I was reading your information about, basically you going through your own hell, and that's how you've been through hell and back on your lips. And then you heal from that, and you do your inner work. But that's really how you become spiritually mature. I could really, really resonate with that, because I've been through hell and back on my lips too. And I have done my inner work, and I continue to do it. And it makes such a difference, doesn't it? It just makes such a difference in our own life, in our world. And it's, yeah, I really resonated with that story. Both of your stories, actually. But, yeah, thank you, everybody, for your comments and your support and your love. Now, let's see. Let's get the energy of today, you guys. I'm sitting here babbling when this is a morning that I'm actually short on time, because I have early appointments, and I'm still a mess from sanding my furniture, and I still have to do chores. So let's get into it. Can you please give me the overall energy that we are working with today? insight, clarity into what today, into what you want to show us for today. Now, you showed us yesterday that there's a big pathway that overall is chaotic and a bit negative, and it's got the infighting because of the great change. And you showed us that that's been building over a period of time. But as far as like today in general, the energy for today, can you please, and thank you, just with one card, show us what we're looking at today, please, and thanks. Victories today, you guys. Woo! So this is the Six of Wands. The six is obviously the vibration of divine love. With this, in this deck, the Rider-Waite, he's gone out, he's gone to battle, and he has come home victorious. So victories today, victories, under the celebration of love, 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 love. So that's what we're looking at today, you guys. Now, I told you that I can't keep up with stuff right now because I'm busy, and you know, I just am, and I'm unable. But my cousin got a hold of me yesterday, and she told me that Elon basically came out and said that they were able to trace the fraudulent Social Security checks and whatnot back to who was getting them and cashing them. And he made a statement like, you know, I don't know how this is going to go down or something like that. I didn't hear it personally, so don't quote me. But he went on to say, when government officials are cashing them. So, I don't know where she found that, and I haven't talked to her. And we only had like a moment. Our conversation was so short that we didn't even really finish with that. So if any of you folks have heard that, please do let me know. And let me know where to find it so that I can go in and listen to it. Anyway, so let's take a peek at that, okay? Let's take a peek at the government officials having cashed all of these Social Security checks that have been being sent out to dead people. So I just want a story, please, and thank you around those findings, please, and thank you. And I want you all to know, I was listening to Donald Trump yesterday, and it was about the tariffs and stuff, and he did say, you know, that he wants the whole world, to be doing well and be on an even playing field. So he said it again. So let's get a story around this fraudulent stuff. The system, the money. Oh, stuff is coming fast. Can you guys see this? Truth is going to come out fast. And this was another trap, you guys. You know, they caught him. They caught him. All right. So the story behind this fraudulent Social Security and stuff. You know, this really is about people hanging on to money, hanging on to them assets, trying to hang on any way they can. It's all about the assets. And so, you know, ending this. All right, so we got the Four of Pentacles representing the fraudulent Social Security stuff. So they're hanging on to these dead people's Social Security numbers. And then right above that, we have the 10 of Pentacles. So that's more money, right? So these people that have been cashing these checks have been hanging on to dead people's Social Security numbers so that they can create happy and abundant endings with that Ten of Pentacles for themselves and their families. All right, so across from them, we've got the Knight of Cups, right? They thought they could do anything they wanted. With that Knight of Cups, they're feeling pretty good about themselves. They've figured out ways to cross those bridges, rivers, streams. They think they've got it going on. But right above them, in comes Donald Trump with that King of Rods. And he always represents, the King of Rods represents Donald Trump for me. He's a very fiery personality, right? He leads, I've been shown over and over and over again through these cards and these readings, that he really does lead with the highest and greatest good. He's got integrity. So in comes Donald Trump, and, you know, what he's doing is blocking the path for them to keep moving in the direction that they wanted to keep moving in, right? So, yeah, pretty interesting. Now, our pathway, the biggest energy leading this pathway, telling us all about it, is the Eight of Rods. So this is fast-moving energy. So what happened was very quick energy came in and shocked these people, right? Because if you look up diagonally from this major source of energy moving this whole pathway, there is the Knight of Cups. So this fast-moving energy came in and is affecting these guys from moving forward. And this fast-moving energy came in and is affecting these guys from hanging on to what? The dead Social Security numbers. So this fast-moving energy, I would say, would be Elon Musk and his Doge team. So this fast-moving energy came in. Big energy, all right, you guys, driving this pathway. And then what you have above that is the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords, she comes forward and she just tells it like it is. She's straightforward. She's honest. And she just tells it like it is. Comes straight out with the truth, right? So we have this fast-moving energy, Doge, moving in, and then the Queen represents giving that information. She puts that sword forward, straight up, and she brings that information to people, and she speaks truth, okay? And she's just real blunt about it. She doesn't pussyfoot around or dress it up. She just is blunt about it. And then right above her, we have the Eight of Cups, okay, you guys? So with the Eight of Cups, this was, you know, this was all set up for them to do this ahead of time. So they already had the information. They already knew this stuff. This stuff had already been set up for them to be able to deliver this information to us when it was time. So again, this is another thing that was put in place and then walked away from until that fast-moving energy could come in and show the people and tell the people when the people were actually ready, okay? And we know that the people were finally ready because diagonally up from that Queen of Swords telling the truth is that Ten of Pentacles. So the people are ready for the happy ending. The people are ready for the scams, the money scams to end. And how did they know? How do they know people are ready? Diagonally up again, you've got the King of Wands from the Queen of Swords. So Donald Trump came in. The people wanted Donald Trump. He ran on this promise that he would uncover this stuff. So the people were ready. So they were able to come in fast and deliver the messages and the information to people, even though they had this set up and they had been seeing, they had that information a long time ago. They knew what was going on a long time ago. It was just that now is the perfect time to be able to literally uncover that for the whole world. And come in quick and just do it so that people can see the truth. But as far as Donald Trump being set up here, he's right beside those cups that have had this set up to be walked away from, to wait for that perfect timing to come back in and end the old cabal nefarious system and all the ways they cheat and steal. So I just want to see, did I deliver that correctly, please? Did I get the message right? So all timing, basically, and they knew ahead of time exactly what these guys were up to. And they just came in quick. They came in quick with that 8 of rods. Just, they came zooming in to be able to, like, catch these people off guard, or make it seem as though they did, to be able to move forward with this. So, did I get this right? Please and thank you. One more shuffle. And I believe, you know, that as this stuff happens here, it's going to start happening everywhere. Everywhere around the world. So, did I get the message right for you folks? Yes, I did. Okay, you guys, I got it right. It's the 8 of, it's the higher arcana card. It's the 8. So 8 is infinity. It's those higher realms. It's all about money. Money, money, money with that 8. I gave you a good, strong message with this strength card. The information came in from above. I channeled it in, tamed the beast, gave you what I needed to give you. So, secondary information with that is stay in those higher realms, stay in that stay well grounded to the earth, because she does. She brings that heaven down into earth with strength, right? So, stay well connected, you guys. Keep your crowns open. Be listening. Keep channeling heaven into earth. You're strong. I'm strong. We're all strong. We've got this. The beast is being tamed. The beast is literally being tamed. So that's the other piece of that message there. So what I'm going to do now, I know that's just for America, and I'm sorry, you guys, but I really do believe, I'm going to ask. So I really do believe that the uncovering of the fraud and where the money is all going and stuff, I do believe that it's happening here, already happened in all of your countries. It's already been uncovered, just like it showed in this past reading, that it was, they already knew about it, right? It was already known about it. But the energy had to be right. They come in quick and they exposed it, but they already knew. So I do believe in all of your countries, it's the same. They already know about all of this criminal activity that I'm sure every single country is under the cabal reign is doing. And I believe that we're getting it on the news, we're showing it to people right now, and I believe all of your countries are going to follow. And I keep believing that, you guys, because every time I listen to President Trump, he's always saying, and the world, and the whole world, and the whole world. So, and we know about the capitulation tour. And we know that this is there was an operation to free the world from the cabal. And that the cabals handle, really, a lot of that manipulation and power comes from their money. So I just want to double check, you guys. So the precedence is being set here. We're showing things. And this is going to start unfolding around the world in the same way. That the fraud will be investigated and it will be shown to everybody in their own countries. Is that correct? Am I right in thinking that? Please and thank you. With one card, please and thank you. One card. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the vision. Okay, so the vision is going to be there. You're all set. All the traps and everything is already behind your countries, and you're all set to move forward. They can already see clearly all of the fraud. It's already known about with this 3 of Rods. The 3 of Rods is like, this guy's a visionary. He looks out and he sees everything from a clear point of view. And he puts the old crap that's not serving him behind him, and he's got a new journey. He plants the old stuff firmly in the ground, and then he's got his new journey, and he's just waiting to move forward with it. And he's incredibly joyful with that 3. Okay? He's also passionate. He's passionate with his red cloak. He has an open heart with his green scarf. And the blue on his sleeves is all about the healing. And all of this yellow in this card is about joy. And so, yeah, your countries already know. There are already people that know. They know about the fraud. It's already behind you. It's just that this fresh part, this next piece, you guys haven't moved forward with it yet, for whatever the reason. But it's coming, you guys. It's coming for all of us. So now with that, I'm going to ask them for a little story about today. So we have today victories, divine love, and celebrations. So I'd just like a little story around today. Please and thank you. Story around today's energy, any insight, any clarity, anything that you would like to give us. I think I want to do a 7-card spread, and that way we can get the pathway that's leading to these celebrations, and we can get the story around that. Please and thank you. I'm going to shuffle them 2 more times. And I'm going to cut them 3 times. As per the usual. And we'll do the 7-card spread. Ooh, that's my trump card. Victory is here. Oh, fast moving energy. My goodness. Wish fulfillment. Happy endings. Wow, look at this. Little. Wow. All right, you guys. Well, this is good news. Okay, let's start with the pathway. All right. So our pathway, we have more of that fast moving energy today with that number 8. With the 8 of rods for me in the Rider-Waite deck, you see these coming through the air. So. Rods are all already fast moving because they're represented by fire. But when you add air, which is also a fast moving energy, you've got like a force. You know what I mean? So for me, this is like my really, really, really like shit is happening fast card. Okay? So that is the energy that's driving this pathway. And then we come up right above that and we have our 9 of Cups. And for me, this is the wish fulfillment, and he is feeling really, really, really happy about things. So he's got his vibration in a state of joy. He's sitting still. He's using his happy emotions to create a happy completion of a cycle with that 9. Okay? So this is my wish fulfillment card. So right above this fast-moving 8, there's this wish fulfillment energy that this fast-moving 8 of rods is bringing in. This is a wish fulfillment that's happening. So then right above that, 9 completes a cycle, 10's the ending where we can actually start to begin again, right? And so right above that 9 of Cups, we have the 10 of Cups. That's the happy ending. The family is really happy. They're celebrating. They're feeling joyful. There's this beautiful, happy rainbow right above them. Everybody's in celebration. The children are dancing. This is a really good feeling ending. Not all endings are bad, right? So this is a really good feeling ending to come in and complete something totally. It's ended. so that now you can begin again. So that's our pathway. Our pathway is really big moving energy. That's, it's feel good energy. It's wish fulfillment energy to create happiness when something is completed. Now, what's completed? Let's talk about this. So the King of Wands is being represented as the story behind the question. And then above him, we have the Four of Rods as well. So the Four of Rods is actually doing physical work to create balance. Okay? So it's doing the work that helps balance things out. Remember that. And remember that that's right above the card that says, I lead with the highest and greatest good. I have honor and integrity. So the Four of Rods is also like, it's a bit of a deal. It's like a marriage. It's a merging or a marriage. It's when people come together in celebration. It's another celebratory card. And they create a deal, either working together, merging companies. There's all kinds of ways that you can look at that. But we have a good leader that has come together with other people. Okay? So we have the King of Rods right there. And he has come together with other people to create balance and celebrations. All right? So he's worked with others to create balance and celebration, like deals and merges and, what I'm saying. So that would lead me to believe this is like talking about coming together with other world leaders and other people that are working on things, right? What does he come together with these people on? Across from him, there is the Four of Pentacles. So more money, you guys, more of those earthly pleasures, the assets, and again, hanging on to the earthly pleasures, the assets, creating a balance in those earthly pleasures and assets. Above that, hanging on to these earthly pleasures and assets, we have the King of Swords. That's information, that's technology, that is integrity and honor, okay? So, the swords always, they're driven by air. The King of Swords for me in this deck is honor and integrity, honesty, truth, right? It's, the swords always represent our ego, our thoughts, our words, our technology, vibration. It's directly above the Four of Pentacles, which are earthly pleasures. So you can look at that as money, gold. Also, if it was a personal reading, it would be anything you deem of value, like your little kitty cat, or, your boyfriend, or your family, or, anything you consider of value in this world. And also our planet. So when I look at this, what I'm seeing is that we've got some really quick energy that's moving this whole plan forward for that victory, for these victory cards that we're getting here. Really fast moving energy that brings in a happy feeling for everybody, ends it with a really good feeling for everybody. We have a man with integrity that's been working to create balance here. Balance where? Balance in that financial sector. And he's been doing it with a lot of other people. They've been merging together to work together and celebrate bringing in this balance to this financial section. And they've been doing it with honor and integrity and truth, and bringing truth forward. So with that being said, I believe there's more to this story. That's just the beginning. But I want you, I know I have someone on here that can't see very well. And I am always thorough because I want you guys to see what I'm seeing and understand what I'm seeing and feeling. But now that I know that you can't see very well, I don't want you to be sitting there wondering how I came up with that, right? So let's see if there's a little bit more to this story, please and thank you. I believe that, when we're looking at celebrations, what I'm seeing here is that more information is going to come out around this today. And I'm also seeing validation that this is happening, that, that President Trump has been working with others all over the world and here as well to show how these people have been hanging on to your assets, your hard-earned taxpayer. You know, you're working your ass off, paying in taxes, and they're stealing your assets. So let's see what else they want to say here, please, and thank you, you guys. Oh yeah, more truth is going to come out. We've got that 7 of Cups uncovering the shadow side of things, because with the 7 of Cups, you've got the guy in black, back a ways. He's in the shadows, and you know the 7 of Cups is all about icky, dark things, right? But if you look closer, it's not just the dark things; it's the hidden things, and even some good things. There are a little bit of good things. So it's a manipulation of things, of all things. So what are we speaking about today? We're speaking about more of this uncovering of things that's been done in the shadows. Oh, the money they've been hoarding with that 7 of Pentacles. He's planted a lot of seeds. So he's got a big stockpile and he's watching it. He's missed something though. He missed something. He didn't put all of that into the stockpile. So it seems like there might be another piece that they may be uncovering today. Let's get another card. Oh, deals. Deals being made. Balance coming into that system. More to help create the sovereignty and to show the imbalances. So what's going on? They're uncovering things with that 7 of Cups, the icky things, with that 7 of Pentacles. It's the stockpiling of things, the hiding of things. With that 2 of Cups, it's the crooked deals they've made with each other. With the 2 of Pentacles, it's showing the imbalance in that financial system. And with that 9 of Pentacles, it's showing how people have made themselves rich. So more information about how people have made themselves rich by stockpiling things, why there's been such a big imbalance, and you know why they're always saying, oh, it's not going to be enough money for people on Social Security, and there's not enough of this and not enough of that. They're going to show you what's been done in the shadows that has created these incredible financial imbalances, and they're going to show you the dirty deeds that were done in order to create all of this stockpiling, hiding, doing things to create literally their own financial wealth and gain. So did I get that right, you guys? Did I deliver the message correctly? Please and thank you. Oh, I've got to turn that off again. It's my pellet stove. It'll beep when it's low and needs to be refilled, but I'm not going to put you guys through my refilling it. I'll just turn it back on and fill it when I'm done here. So, is that correct? Did I read this correctly? Have I gotten this message correctly? Please and thank you. Fast-moving energy, bringing forth even more stuff today that is like, it's victorious as far as the uncovering of things within these financial systems and these crooked people. Did I get this message correctly? Please and thanks. Oh, I got it correct. All right, with that Magician, that's a major that's a major arcana card. That's really big picture. Secondary message to that is there's all of these different ways, because the Magician holds many tools. And so there's all of these different ways that they've been doing this stuff. So more information around that, which we've seen, the dirty deal stuff. So there's going to be more information. Another victorious day. Yeah. So that's what we've gotten there, you guys. So I hope you found a little value in the reading today. And yeah, if you guys are doing projects, share with me what you're doing, because I absolutely love that stuff. I I just love that stuff. I really do. All right, so as we end off, I just want to, and I have to end off because I've got to get ready. And it's already been long because I'm a talker. Let's see. Yeah, as we end off, I want, I'm asking the universe to leave us with one card, some insight, some clarity, something for us to keep in mind, something for us to move forward with. Just a message in a card, please and thank you. One of you said on the comments yesterday that you felt like I was directly speaking to you. I was, because, you know, when you told me that there had been Americans acting as if Canadians had been getting a free ride, I was thoroughly disgusted with that. I do understand that there are levels of knowledge and awakening, and that these people don't have all of the knowledge, so their statement comes from a place of ignorance. But I'm just so tired of people running on at the mouth coming from a place of ignorance. If people could just be nice and step back. But, you know, I don't have control over how other people act, neither do you. And all we have control over is how we react or act with the way people are acting or reacting. The only control we have is within ourselves. So we just can't let others' vibrations, actions, words impact us in a negative way. You know, and that's how I started the reading out too. Like, I have heard, you know, I have heard there are nasty comments coming from people on the left. I've seen that plenty. I've seen that. They go straight to insults and hatred, and they spew terrible, mean things. So I've seen plenty of that. But I've also heard from other people that there are people on the right that are saying some mean things too. And I'm not making excuses for them, but perhaps they're tired of being shit on. But still, you know, step back and treat others the way you want to be treated. I always try to do that. There are times that I make a conscious choice, though. I you know, sometimes it's like, do I just want to tell this person they're acting like an absolute bitch? Yep, today I'm just going to do that. But most often, I step back and I breathe through it. And, you know, there was an occasion a few years ago where there was this really nasty cashier during the COVID bullshit. And she was just being so rude to everybody. And then she screamed at me and was an asshole to me. And I stood there at the cash register and I thought to myself, all right, transaction's over. So normally this would be the time when I would tell this woman, thank you and I hope you have a wonderful day. But I made a conscious choice not to do that. I actually looked at her and I said, this is the part in the transaction where I would normally tell you, thank you and have a wonderful day. I said, but you've been such an effing bitch. I'm not going to do that. And I walked out. Did I need to do that? No. But I made a choice to. I just, sometimes I think saying the truth is very healing for us. Like, if I'd have held that back, my throat would have exploded, I'm pretty sure. So, but, you know, most often, you've got to be really, really, really shitty for me to do that. And literally, I do it because my throat will explode if I don't. But yeah, I wish people could play a little nicer. I really do. But all I can do is heal myself, right? And not react. So with all of that babbling, more of my babbling, you guys, more of my babbling. With all of that, let's see what they want to end us with. I've got quite a lot of energy into the cards, healing them, clearing them from the last bit of things. Let's take a peek. Queen of Swords. So they want to leave us with, there's always several messages or a couple messages at least in a card, right? So the Queen of Swords, for us personally, stand in integrity, be yourselves, be honest, be true to yourselves, speak truth, continue to seek knowledge, be honorable, right? Secondary message for that would be watch for some big old blatant truths coming out with that sword. Again, fast moving with that sword. So watch for more truths. I think it's going to be coming hard and heavy at this point. Am I correct? Like, I feel like we're out of the drip, drip, drip phase, and we're turning on that faucet, and it's becoming a stronger and stronger stream. And I feel like it's just going to be more and more truths and information coming out at a rapid rate. I feel like we're in that phase of things. Am I correct that we're there in that phase of things? Lots of knowledge, truth, things being spoken. Just blunt, honest truth. Is that correct? Yeah. With this King of Pentacles, that would be my yes, but the other piece of that would be, it's going to be mostly within the earthly pleasures stuff. So look for the 3D things. Don't look for something like brand new technology coming in with that Queen. Look for things like truths about things on the earth plane coming out. Truths about the money. Truths about the gold. Truths about medicines or herbs or, things of value on the earth plane. Look for that type of stuff, you guys. All right, so until next time, I love you all very much. Keep high vibing. Stay in that love vibration. Keep healing yourselves. Keep seeking for truth. And stay in that love vibration and bring as much joy in as possible. Know that I'm always thinking of you folks. I really miss you guys when I'm not on. Like, when I'm sick, I do think of you. I do. I know I can't see your faces and I can't hear your voices, but I listen to the comments. I feel them. I resonate with them. And I feel your energy. I feel like we're all like sitting around at a little barbecue or a gathering and sharing information together, which is really cool because we're from all over the place, but we have this connection here. So know that I'm always thinking of you guys, and I love you all very much, and I'm always sending high vibes and love and all the best of everything to all of you, all the time. And yeah, until next time, you take care of yourselves, stay high vibing, stay in that joy vibration. Know that we've got this. It's true. Where we go one, we go all. We are connected. Let's all play nice and be kind to each other, right? Let's be what we want to see. All right, you guys, until next time, have a blessed Friday, and I'll see you soonish.